Well, hey, everybody. Welcome to Friday. Why are my lights not coming on over there? Pardon me for a minute. There we go. That's better. How is everyone this evening? I was your recently dimly lit dungeon delver, Bill Sylvie, the guy who does the thing around here. And I hope you're doing great this evening. I hope you're doing all right. I want to thank everybody who watched last night's live stream. Not just because it was very nice of you to watch last night's live stream. I always appreciate, positive reinforcement. I do. I greatly do. But I got ranty. I got angry. All that nonsense, that's currently happening. And I'm not going to reiterate it tonight. We've got a great show in front of us talking about C1, and then we're going to play Gamma World. We're going to be playing some Gamma World. So yeah, we're not going to talk about it. But thank you again. Thank you to everyone who was sticking around last night. And there were a good many of you, because I meant everything that I said. So this week we've had a pretty good time. Let me invite. Yeah. We've had a pretty good time talking about fun stuff. So this week coming up, of course, Monday we'll be in for a talk, and we might still have some C1 to talk about. And if we do, that's awesome. Sorry, I'm just sending out a few messages here for tonight's Gamma World game, which I should have done earlier. But yeah, no, we've got some C1 coming up Monday if we feel like we need to keep talking about that module. And then, of course, Tuesday, we'll be right back playing some AD&D, live stream AD&D. Wednesday, now this is interesting because Wednesday, Kyle will not be here. We are taking a break. He has got dad duties to do in his home. So we'll have to find something fun to do on Wednesday. I'm sure we can get into some mischief, get into some trouble. Thursday, we'll have content on Thursday. We may wrap, if we don't wrap up C1 tonight and Monday and Tuesday, then we'll continue it on into Wednesday. But I have a feeling we will have covered C1 to its fullest by Monday at the latest. And if that's the case, then we'll jump into another module deep dive. We'll have some more fun with that. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then, of course, next Friday, back to Gamma World. And that's really what we've got going on. That's really what we've got going on. I'm going to be working on a new platform for you guys to support, those of you who wish to support the show, thusly something that isn't Patreon. If right now, if you want to switch over to Subscribestar and just start supporting me on, you can switch your accounts to Subscribestar. I don't mind. I don't mind in the least. I would just like to find something it's a little easier for me to make it PayPal compatible, because then I can use my PayPal card. Not that I'm in love with the PayPal company. But that's only if you want to support the show. Now, this is a drum I've been beating on the last few days because I think it's neat. This is the second to last time I will bring this up. The Beholder Minis, the 3D Beholder Minis out of the sure thing, Todd. Thank you very much. It is an homage to the Tom Wham illustration. It is very, very accurate to that illustration in the first edition AD&D Monster Manual. I have 4 people interested. If 6 more people say, yes, we want them, then I will do a print run of 10 of them. 10 of them. They are $25 to each. But if after seeing what I show you guys, when I show you the print examples that I have done, I don't, that's fine. But I'm just letting you know, if you want one, but I don't get 10, I'm probably not going to print up that many. And I'm probably not going to do a print run. But if I do, there's another classic D&D thing that I'm going to print and offer after that. So, we'll see what happens with that when I show you guys the final product. And Monday will be the last time I bring it up. It'll be the last time I mention it. And if nobody does, if there aren't 10 people who immediately want one printed up, that's fine. That's absolutely fine, because I'm not printing them until I know that there are 10 people who want them. So that little bit of commercialism said, let me just say this before we move on. If this is your first time stopping by, and we're at 1,320, 1,318, something like that, people, hello! Greetings. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're just cruising by, if you're like, I've heard of this dude, you spam the Twitters and the Reddits and Facebooks, and I'm just gonna check this out. Thank you very much, P Cybers. I appreciate that. If you're just like checking us out to see what we're about, and you're liking what you're seeing, please click that subscribe button. Click the bell icon for notifications, and leave a comment down below and a like if you like the video. So with that said, let us return to the musty halls of the Olmec themed, the Aztec inspired, if you will, C1, the hidden shrine of Tamoachan. Now, I am fixing to try something here, because I don't know. I'm gonna attempt something. I'm going to see slides. So I'm going to see if where is it? Because allegedly StreamYard supports the PDFs like internally. Like I can upload it to StreamYard and show you guys without having to do a share screen. So we're going to attempt that to see if we can do that, and we'll find out how well that works or that doesn't. It's uploading. So let me add to stream. So there we go. So I can just 3 buttons do there. Okay, so you go full screen layout. Oh, that gets rid of me. Okay. I don't think that's as good. In fact, I don't think that's nearly as good at all. That's like tiny ice Strano vision. The Popol, absolutely. Greetings to Canada, John Scott. Good to see you. So no, I think we're just gonna do the blow it up on screen over here, and then just add the screen. Let's see. We're just gonna remove that. So we're gonna share screen. Takes me a few extra mouse clicks, but ultimately I think it's a better look. It's a better take for you guys. So we talked about the mirrors. We talked about the mirrors. Now let's roll back up a little bit. Not everything. Greetings, call staff. Not everything in the Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan is absolutely evil and absolutely going to kill you. No, you actually run into something that is at worst indifferent as long as you're not a jerk towards it. And that is over here. This is Area 42, which sadly we don't get much of an illustration of, unless you consider the back cover, which is not precisely accurate. But let's talk about this. This is the Chapel of Kukulkan, and we talked a little bit about this in reading the original tournament version. This is Kukulkan, the feathered serpent. Beyond the secret door, the passage turns to the left. At the end of this narrow hall hangs an ornate mirror, and in the eastern wall is a door. The door seems to be very heavy, and there are many glyphs carved upon it. In the center of the door is carved an eagle killing a serpent. Two stone warriors dressed in loincloths and wearing puma masks form the doorposts. And I think we've seen that. That's Jeff D's illustration that we looked at last night of that. I think. I could be wrong. So illustration 13, let's look at the art insert and see what that is. Illustration 13. Yeah, so it's our go-to mirror illustration. Where was that? Scroll back up here. The first character to see the mirror at the end of this corridor must make a save versus petrification. Failure to save will result in the character believing that he or she is in deadly combat with a feathered warrior in the mirror. The DM should take care to isolate this character from the rest of the party. The character will be fighting an imaginary opponent with his or her exact same statistics. The battle takes place only in the mind of the character, and the imaginary warrior are at -6 damage and is minimal 1 to 2 points. I'm sorry, I skipped a line. All rolls to hit for both the character and minimal 1 or 2 points. The character so enchanted can die in this combat. To the party, it will appear that the enchanted character is just standing there staring into the mirror. Treat the effect as a hold person spell. If the character is disturbed, have him or her save versus spells to break the enchantment. The glyphs on the door tell a story, an ancient omen of a journey to find truth and light, of failing, and imprisonment in the land of the dead. Beyond the door is a wide foyer leading into a circular room. On the south wall of this hall is a jade death mask fixed at chest height. In the center chamber is a cross-shaped dais with a set of stairs leading up to it at each of the 4 ends. Between each arm of this dais is a low shelf on which stand various small offerings: silver bracelets, earrings, neck collars, anklets, piles of coral beads, and silver and jade statuettes. The set of stairs facing the entrance are carved with the heads of many Olman deities. The steps to the north are blood-stained, while the stairs to the east are hidden in shadow. The southern staircase seems very unusual as it changes colors in the light. Standing in the top of the northern steps is a statue of a warrior. In the center of the dais rises what appears to be transparent walls of crystal which enclose an oddly carved stela. So we find out. And if you're getting the vibe, by the way, from this, that this is a very trap-heavy dungeon, that this is kind of like almost like a Tomb of Horrors light, you ain't wrong. These tournament modules, these competition modules, they make you think. They make the players think. Kick in the door and slay the monsters, that's your G1 through 3. Not that there's not thinking in there, too, but I'm just saying. Let us continue. The mask on the wall is a trigger to a trap. If it is moved, 4 sets of bars will drop, encaging those characters within a 10 by 10 area in front of the mask. Characters may escape by destroying the bars or by rolling his or her bend bars lift gates percentage. The mask is worth 25 gold pieces. Well, I would say detect traps, the spell, or a thief's find and remove traps would do the trick there, but so coiled about the stela is a coatl in its ethereal state, invisible to normal sight, and then we have its various stats. The coatl is able to use the following spells. And we have a list there. It also has psionics, 1 attack, 2 defense, 9 disciplines. I think that's a little different from what it was in the tournament version. I think we went over that. But it will not use these powers unless attacked psionically. The coatl well is an amulet of weakening, which will make all foes within a 30-foot radius feel weak and ineffective. The closer the character gets to the amulet, the weaker he or she will feel. If any of the treasures on the shelf, or the total of 450 gold pieces, are touched, the coatl will cast a wizard lock on the door of the room and will then cast its ventriloquism and speak to the party in common. Interlopers, you have trespassed on my sacred chapel. For this affront, retribution has already begun, for you are now breathing a toxic gas, which will kill you shortly. However, perhaps your actions were not from malice or greed, but just idle curiosity. Therefore, you will find the antitoxin upon the stone in the middle of this dais. If you can solve the puzzle to reach it, let the brave lead the way, let the sly cross the portal, and the wise ward off evil. Choose your path most carefully. And note that covers 3 characters. So if you're running this as a tournament module, or you've just given the tournament characters to 3 volunteers to play this, they're covered. If the party attempts to leave the room, the coatl will be indignant. It'll cast web to further hinder their escape and calls them fools. If the party persists in attempting to escape, the coatl will attack first with its low-level spells, for it wants the characters to perform the task, not to kill them. This is an encounter, DMs, that requires a delicate touch. Remember, if you look up the coatl in the monster manual, they are lawful good. The characters are being chastened here. They're not being killed. So while it might be cool to have the coatl, use domination, psionic blast, heat metal, and all that stuff, it's not what it's going for. There is no poison gas in the room, but the effects of the amulet of weakness should convince the party that there is. As the characters get closer to the stone, they will seem to feel their time running out as they weaken. To reach the antitoxin, the fighter must first choose which staircase to lead the party up. If anybody but the fighter in the party first tries to climb the set of stairs, or if anybody, including the fighter, tries to climb across the shelves, they will take 1 to 4 points of damage and be knocked back. The fighter may choose any of the following set, or choose one of the following set of stairs. The northern stairs, they're blood-stained. It's the right choice, and the fighter may climb these stairs. When you reach the top, the petrified warrior will become flesh and may attack. Once this warrior is dispatched, the party may continue on. So the westward stairs are carved with the heads of God. If any character attempts to climb, the heads will start to babble, and the character will feel too weak to continue on and will sit down on the steps and not move. Only his or her companions may pull the character away from the stairs. Eastern stairs, it's draped by shadows, and lights will not dispel these shadows. Any character who attempts to climb these stairs will slip and fall, taking 0 to 2 points of damage. These stairs cannot be climbed. And the southern stairs, the stairway continually changes its color. Any character attempting to climb these will find themselves climbing and climbing and climbing and not getting anywhere. The stairs may be descended without difficulty. Once the crystal walls are reached, the Coatl will begin to speak to the party, still hidden from their sight. So you have passed the first test. Perhaps you are not the fools you first seemed, but it will take the best tool of your most clever person to open these crystal walls. Your time is running out. The crystal walls are cold to the touch and impervious to all blows. A gap will melt open in these walls if the thief purposely touches his or her hand to their surface with the intention of opening them. There's no visible gaps. If you melt an entrance into the point of a star and enters this triangular nook, the wall will seal up behind him or her in one round, and the characters will be trapped. For this nook cannot be opened from the inside. The only way to reach the stela is for the thief to melt the crystal wall with his or her hands at the intersection of two walls, which leads straight to the center of the star. Once the party reaches the stone, they will feel very weak. Oops. On the stone in front of them is a potion bottle. The stone is carved with a weird sigil. One more time, the Coatl will talk, its voice seeming to come from the stone. So you've reached my altar, but your time is nearly exhausted, and the antidote is just beyond your reach. Trust your souls to your God, foolish mortals. There is a wall of force about the top of the stone, and it cannot be penetrated. To reach the potion bottle, the cleric must destroy the glyph upon the stone by pouring holy water on it, touch it with a holy symbol, or by casting a bless, prayer, or some other spell of similar nature upon the glyph. Once this is done, the wall of force will dissolve and the characters may reach the potion. It's a potion of healing and will only cure 1 to 8 points. When the potion is taken, the Coatl will materialize and hiss. If the Coatl is not attacked, it will smile and thank the party for freeing it from its long imprisonment. If attacked, it will call them ingrates and fools and attack back. The Coatl will point out special treasures for each member of the party that solve parts of the riddle as a reward. It has been imprisoned for a long time and does not know the ruins, nor will it stay after giving the party the rewards. And there's some cool items here, guys. Dungeon Masters. Put these in your campaign if you're not going to run this module. These are worth checking out. Let's take a look at what the friendly feathered serpent gives us. So the balance of harmony that the cleric gets, it's a set of scales which can detect good or evil. Must place a coin or a gem with a bless spell in the right pan and touch the left pan to the item or person being tested. A blessed copper piece has a 30% chance of detecting correctly. Coins or gems of greater value have higher chance, and we get a whole list there. The scales will balance if they detect good. Good will outweigh evil, and neutrality will never balance but fluctuate back and forth. This device will not detect poison or traps, but it will detect curses. That is a nifty item. The thief will be given the Mirror of the Past. A mirror of platinum. It allows a user to concentrate on a specific item or person, and the mirror will show something of its past for 3 rounds. The mirror may show details of the past out of order and events both recent or long ago randomly. The viewer has no way of knowing when an event took place. This device is only usable once a week, and the vision is usually somewhat cryptic. The fighter will receive a non-magical scroll which reads, "For you, the greatest gift of all." When the character reads a scroll, he or she will feel a chill and then a warmth across his or her back. Unbeknownst to the character, a death servant has just merged with his or her shadow. Invisible to all, it will travel with the character until he or she is about to receive a fatal blow or means of certain death for which the character has failed his or her save. Then its black shadowy form will push the character to safety and take the death stroke intended for its master. Once the death servant has done this, it will dissipate into a cloud of black vapor. I think that is really, really cool. Particularly the death servant. I mean, come on, DMs. You can absolutely have a lot of fun with it. And by the way, I missed something here. I'm just going to put this up here real quick. Thank you for the super chat, Peace Ibers 777. A trip through deities and demigods to highlight some of the primary deity myths in history might be fun on Wednesday. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe a deep dive into deities and demigods is just what the party ordered. I think a deep dive into deities and demigods alone would be a lot of fun. Death Servant, very metal. Correct, Robert. I know someone that played with Adopt that could have used that. Yeah, they could have. They sure could have. So some pretty nice minor artifacts there. I think those are very cool. What do you guys think? What out there in the chat? What do you guys think? So let's continue to look at some cool stuff. I'm kind of doing this one out of order. It's hard to do this module in order because there's multiple ways to come in. There's multiple points of entry into this module. Pardon me. Got a little yawn there, a little internal yawn. I could have sworn there was something about a mirror here. Guardians bar the way. Well, here we go. Ancient Tamoachan. The Tomb of Tlaka Al-Al. Area 33. Beyond the door is a chamber containing a model of a city or nation fenced off from the entrance by a pillared porch. On the porch are clay statues of 20 guards holding bronze-headed spears. The face of each statue is different, as if they were modeled from different subjects. The walls are decorated with brightly colored frescoes depicting a royal court, all in ceremonial garb, and a king arrayed with his magnificent armies. The central chamber holds a tarnished copper raft, crafted to resemble a dragon bearing a copper coffin. The raft is afloat in a sea of silver-white molten metal fed by several rivers, which lace the floor of this room and wend their way across painted plains from beneath the room's walls. Upon that sea, small copper barges and Carracks, embark on journeys up and down the rivers, put to port, and then sail back down to the gleaming sea. Step pyramid temples rise skywards and mute paean to the gods of ancient Ulman. A royal complex sprawls across verdant fields, and the more modest courtyards and ringed marketplaces dot this miniature countryside. However, there is a mar on the spectacle, for several of the models have been smashed and melted as if beneath monstrous feet. So you're basically, illustration number 9. What page are we on here? We're on page 15. So let's take a look at that. I think this is one of the Jeff D ones, actually. Illustration number 9. 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So that's what you see. Model terrain. It's lovely. Let's head back over to page 15. Even have input from 2 ministers at no religion. We'll see. That's the guardian beast. I don't think we're in the right place. There we go. So the first character to cross the porch and pass the pillars will activate a spell trap the pillars contain. An amber wall of flame will spring up between the character and the rest of the party. This fire is the druidical spell Wall of Fire cast at the 5th level. The flame will be hot on both sides, and characters within 5 feet will sweat profusely. Only the side facing the entrance will inflict damage. Within the copper coffin is a doppelganger, dun dun dun, which will ooze out of the coffin through a hole in its wall away from the entrance once the firewall is activated. Now that's interesting. That's interesting because nowhere in the depiction or description of the doppelganger, as far as I'm aware, anywhere in first edition AD&D or even original D&D, are doppelgangers given the power to become sort of a fluidy mass. Don't you think that's interesting? It will assume the form of the character trapped in the room and attack him or her. If it should succeed in slaying the character before the firewall fails, it will break open the coffin and hide the body in it. The duration of the wall of fire is 5 rounds. But it will reactivate for 10 rounds if other characters enter the chamber after it is first extinguished. The doppelganger is unfamiliar with the rest of the ruins, but will try to act like the character it has killed until discovered. If the doppelganger is forced to fight the party, it will assume the shape of a creature of molten metal, which seems to burn. The shape is possessed of 2 huge talon feet. The rest, the fire, is just an illusion and cannot burn. There's a chill in the room like a brisk winter morning. The river, too, appears to be cool, but if there are any foolish enough to place their hand or a burnable object into the silvery metal, they will quickly discover that it does burn. The fluid will cause 1 to 3 points of damage and incapacitate the member submerged. If any of this fluid is carried out of this room in an improperly sealed containers, it will evaporate in 1 turn. The ships and coffin floating on the liquid will be hot to the touch and cause 1 to 4 points of damage. You ever have that one friend who's got like this many, but they're all painted, and a big spread of Dwarven Forge, and you go over to his house or at a con or a gaming store, and you pick it up and you want to start effing with it, and he gets real mad? This is what we're like. We wish we could burn your hands when you touched our models. Anyway. The 3 of the pyramid temples fastened to the floor conceal treasure hoards. The top of each temple is hinged like a chest, and the catch is released by pressing down on the altar block. These chests hold heaps of coin necklaces, 360 silver coins pierced and threaded on gut, worth a total of 18 gold pieces, and other assorted valuables. So what did we find, group? Well, chest 1 is jammed shut and must be broken open. 10 coin necklaces, 6 pairs of jade earplugs worth 15 gold pieces each. Now, that's not like stick them in your ear so you can't hear things. That's like, you've seen the guys who got like the loop piercings and stuff like that. That's, I think, what they mean there. They're worth 15 gold pieces a set, an alabaster statuette worth 50, and an agate ring worth 5. You're not exactly getting the G1 Stating the Hill Giant Chief amounts of treasure out of this. But then your party levels are 5 to 7 for this module. 2 is trapped, so that hands thrust into the treasure are held in the chest while 6 mechanical needles are slowly extended from the sides of the chest in one round. They may be broken off. Our character may attempt to free him or herself with his bend bars percentages. If the needles pierce the hands, the character must save versus poison at -2 or take 6 to 36 points of damage. Ow. If the character saves, the damage will be half normal. Delirium will set on any character who is pricked by the needles, under the influence of which the characters will tremble, stare blindly, gibber, and occasionally retch, being generally incapable of defending themselves for 7 to 12 days. That could be, if you're running the 3 characters, that could potentially just be a game ender right there. 9 coin necklaces, 8 bracelets worth 4 to 10 gold, 4 small figurines of jade and coral worth 12 to 34, and 3 rings carved of jade worth 9 to 12. Again, you're not getting a dragon's treasure hoard here. Pressing the catch of this chest will chest number 3 sprays perfume on the party. When it's opened, 1-foot-long darts will fire from the front and rear sides of the temple, impaling any character standing before them on a roll of 6 or better on a d20, causing 2 to 8 points of damage. And we get 11 coin necklaces, 15 bracelets of obsidian, bronze, and shell, 4 to 10 gold piece value each, and 2 piles of gems, tourmaline, spinels, and topazes, 60 gems worth 5 gold pieces each, upon 2 silver platters worth 14. And you get some other interesting treasure there too. Upon the porch are glazed clay pots and urns sealed with wax, holding scented oils and perfumes. There are 20 worth 10 to 20 gold pieces each, and weighing about 10 to 20 pounds, 100 to 200 gold pieces. Several royal granaries in the modeled city are stone bins holding aromatic woods and spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla, quince, kichona, sandalwood, and pepper. The total is worth 250 and fills 8 bends, a total volume equal to 600 gold pieces. Within the coffin are the bones of Tlacael. The doppelganger has eaten the flesh. However, tossed about the interior are the ornaments once worn by the corpse. 2 jade bracelets worth 20 each, an alabaster statue of Quetzalcoatl, the serpent skirted, worth 27 gold. The stone chest is worth 75 and holds 5 small figurines of coral worth 20 to 40 each. A large jade thumb ring worth 6 gold pieces, and 8 ceramic miniature flasks of perfumes and essences worth 6 gold pieces each. People are going to think you knocked over a Bath and Body Works. You leave the dungeon with this stuff. Cradle in the crook of the bones of the right arm is a baton of granite. The baton is a scroll case with a cleverly fashioned plug that is hard to discern. Within the case is a piece of faded parchment. It has a clerical spell, Stone Tell. And upon the skull is a ferret-faced feathered mask, a mask of disguise. By placing the mask first on the face of the person intended to be impersonated, and then on one's own face, and speaking the power word inscribed on the forehead of the mask, it will duplicate the former's features on the latter for a duration of 4 to 16 plus 4 turns. Nearly human faces, such as demi-humans, which cause the face to be stretched into inhuman molds, will only last for half duration. And lastly, in this chamber, we have the Geza. I'm sorry, I skipped the box text. In an alcove to the north is a stone seat on which a shriveled figure huddles. About its feet are scattered various trinkets. Upon examination, the figure will be discerned to be that of a preserved young adolescent male whose heart has been cut out. The figure is a Geza, a young boy chosen at birth to be sacrificed to the sun upon coming of age. Lovely. I mean, I'm not offended by the fact that it's in there. You just, sacrificing a child. The items at the feet include a silver handmaiden statuette dressed in leathers worth 35 gold. The doll will act as an ill luck stone should any character take it, causing all saves to be made at -3. There's a miniature gold llama worth 15 gold and a ring of polished pink granite worth 10 gold pieces. The last object is a silver plaque bearing the face of the sun, valued at 13 gold pieces. Yeah, kind of grim. And we have a little bit more electricity in this module. We're not done shocking you yet. Area 34 is Guardians Bar the Way. This passage leads west towards a set of double bronze doors bearing the engraved face of the jaguar god. Both walls are carved to represent 2 lines of warriors in profile, holding hatchet-headed pole arms. Facing the western doors, these figures are painted with lifelike colors, vivid reds, blacks, whites, greens, and yellows. Show the players illustration 10. We're on page 16, so let's hop over to the Art Institute, the Art Insert. Do they still do that thing at the Arts Institute where if you can draw the pirate, the turtle, or the clown, you get in? So that's what we've got there. Hop back over to page 16. At the midpoint of this corridor is a pressure plate which will trigger 2 of the carved warriors to pivot out from the walls in front of the party, crossing their metal halberds to bar the way to the doors. These poleaxes will be armed with an electric charge once they touch each other. It inflicts 2 to 8 points of damage each time they're touched. Furthermore, they will cause a form of paralyzation if grabbed, a muscle rigor, and the character will not be able to let go unless a save versus paralyzation is made. 1 to 4 additional points of damage will be taken each round. Possible ways to circumvent this trap are to use large amounts of water to short out the system, or to separate the poleaxes in some way without touching them. There is just barely enough room to crawl under the crossed pole arms. No damage will be taken if the character rolls equal to or less than his or her dexterity score on a d20. This, again, is a place where I would say if the character can, or if the player who has a thief detects traps, this is avoidable. Maybe they drive wedges to stop them from swinging out or whatever. And then you make your, as the DM, of course, you roll disarm traps behind, oh yeah, you think you got it. And then, if they don't, well, they're toast. So there's a couple more interesting chambers in the Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan. And I think these are pretty awesome. And there's a lot of, I never considered, until I read this module, I never considered the idea of a doppelganger that was completely amorphous. I mean, yes, they change shape, but I never really thought of them as being like the T-1000. They're not described as being blob-like. I mean, look at the illustration. Let me see. Can I get the monster manual here? Let's check this out real quick. Misspell that? Bear with me a moment. Yes, I did misspell it. That doesn't look like a dude that becomes a blob. It looks like there's bones underneath that it's just the stuff on the surface that kind of gooshes around and starts to look like a player, you know? But then it does say these, I mean, it's almost a self-contradicting statement. They're bipedal, but they're of mutable form. And here we've got one that can just gush out through a hole. But then it doesn't say, like, you know, a hole that big around. It could be a hole this big around. I mean, there's spelunkers who can get through. Sorry. My apologies to headphone users. But, you know, there's spelunkers that can get through like 18 by 18 spaces. But it does seem like it was kind of describing a blobby shape. So what to say of this revelation? Is it just this one? Because remember, there's a Eastern or a Western ogre mage that does not behave like a normal ogre mage in here. And other various and sundry creatures that are not found anywhere else. Maybe this is an Ullman doppelganger. Unlike the doppelganger you might bump into, say, roaming around the streets of the city of Greyhawk after dark, looking for someone's life to subsume. And one thing, if I could just mention this as an aside, setting aside for a moment the doppelgangers or the doppelganger singular in C1. And I know this comes up a lot in the first Baldur's Gate game. You got to deal with doppelgangers having their own agenda. But seriously, like, if you want a creepy secret society, I mean, who here wasn't completely ooked out by Invasion of the Body Snatchers, right? I mean, there's your potential secret society. It's all doppelgangers all the way down. So yeah, that does raise interesting questions and implications about doppelgangers. Again, I would admonish you, dungeon masters, to look at something like that to throw characters for a loop. You know, we're safe. We've driven wedges. You know, we've cleared off this level of the dungeon. Character falls asleep and wakes up to see themselves standing over themselves. There was no way in. There was a 6-inch diameter hole in the wall that I mentioned. So lots of potential for awesomeness there. So that is where I think we're going to leave C1. We're just going to make a big push to hit some of the highlighted spots, I think, on Monday and wrap up by then for Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan. Not that I don't enjoy it, but we have been going on this for a while. It doesn't help that I got distracted by a big rant last night, but just the same. We've got some Gamma World to play here very soon. But before we get to Gamma World, I want to take a minute. I want to take a hot minute and thank some folks. Now, I've said before, I'm pulling the ejection handle on Patreon just as in a matter of time. Patrons, you will be notified. I will put in a notification. Go here, transfer your accounts to here. And it may be Subscribestar, it may be Ko-Fi, and maybe something else. But regardless of that, whatever avenue you choose to support the show in, super chats, donations through something else. And someone was telling me that I can actually set up like a PayPal donate thing. I got to go back and look. I think it was Doomsword was mentioning that. Whether you choose someday to buy me a coffee through that website, however you do it, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I thank you. And for those of you that do choose to do that, I will say this. I will say thank you. Joshua Garlock, Lord Corion, Ricky Maru, Mobius, Kevin Reynolds, Doomsword Deathmaster, Mark Simpson, Damien247, James F. Keck, William Smith, the Dungeon Minister, who is an awesome guy. I mean, they're all awesome guys. Manny Wall, Mark Corey, Kevin Wood, Todd Sharp, Carnivore Farmer, Rob, Jeremy Rule, Bo Ganora, Mikey Mank, Sky Ernstrom, Pete Sullivan, and the DM's Council. I don't think they're together. I think it just, the DM's Council is at the end. So, so thank you very much to those august folks for putting in a little bit extra. So let's see. Get my get the rest of my group in here for tonight's Gamma World game. It's kind of exciting. They're creeping around the eerily clean section of a nuked out city in buildings that have been practically scrubbed clean. And now they've got a group of folks standing outside. So what is that all about? I guess we'll find out. Just gotta make sure everyone gets the invite. So what are you guys playing? What are you guys playing game-wise? Let me know in the chat. What are your games? What are your campaigns? The Sunday T1 to 4 campaign. That's awesome. All AD&D is good. Is good AD&D. Oh my God, that's terrifying. 2 times monster HP, but 2 times the treasure. Are you letting characters be like 14th through 18th level to survive that slaughterhouse. A party of 7 through B2. Nice. 3rd level. Very cool. ACK for your main game. Cool, cool. Yeah, I can imagine. You know, though, I got to say, I don't mind the accounting. I genuinely don't. I do enjoy doing the accountant stuff. I didn't know there was a Pathfinder computer game. That's how out of touch with most computer games I am. I am a dude who still thinks that Half-Life 2 is a gorgeous, awesome, fantastic game. Although my drive that my Steam directory lived on bit the big one this past week, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to spin back up so I can get data off of it so I can get my save games and stuff back. But no, I don't. I like the accounting in AD&D. I genuinely do. So I know there's a lot of you out there who are fans of Friday Night Gamma World. And some people, when I started hinting at this back in August, some folks were saying, please don't do that. Don't get rid of Gamma World. There will be a 4-session mini campaign starting in October for Call of Cthulhu. I think, if I'm wrong about this, they'll let me know, but I think that my Friday night gamers are all in on that. If not, we may add an investigator. So just keep your ears to the ground. We've got a little while going, but I just want to say, I just want to let you know, we absolutely are not doing away with Gamma World forever. Call of Cthulhu is kind of a seasonal thing. We will play every session to get the entire adventure done. We won't, like, 4th night, we hit the 2-hour mark. Oh, well, I guess we'll never know. Well, the character showed a look behind the bookcase. There was a page from the manuscript of the Mad Arab, and if they had found that, they could have figured out the yellow sign to stop, or the elder sign to stop the deep ones from collapsing the house around. We're not going to do that. We're going to play as long each session as it takes to finish it. So, depending on how they are, and depending on how the last Friday of October goes, we may have a long haul just to finish that last one. So we're still, I think, are we still waiting on we're still waiting on one person to join us there then in the green room, and then we'll get going with that, but we've got a minute or two. You know, I'm going to show you guys this, and maybe this will, Village of Hamlet. I love. It's not you this time, Doomsword, but I love the fact that so many people are interested. But I want to show this. Hang on a minute. I just want to show you guys the prototype of the Beholder miniature that I'm talking about. I love seeing you guys talking about how much AD&D you're doing out there. That is the Tom Wham Beholder. My poor camera's trying to focus on my face. Move out of the shot. And that is just as it appears in the monster manual. How whoever made this model was able to get this done is beyond me. I think it's friggin' awesome. And the thing about it is he doesn't have any other D&D stuff. If I could sculpt like that, I'd never stop. So, 4 of these have been ordered. If I get 6 more, I will print them up and sell them. So if you are interested in one, and this guy is jacked up, I broke out some of his teeth accidentally. This is not one that's going for sale. This is going on my shelf. Yet another lump of unpainted gray plastic, just what I needed. So if there are at least 6 people, or if there's one of you and you want 6 of them, or 2 of you and you want 3, or 3 of you and you want 2 each, or one of you who wants 4 and another who wants 2, some combination of people that adds up to 6 more of these for me to print and prep. They are $25 each. They are $25 each. But when I get 10 orders in, I will print them, and then I will charge you, and then I will ship them. You will also have to pay shipping. But I mean, even in a padded box, this shouldn't be more than a couple of bucks shipping priority. So I'm just doing, and I'm doing 10. That's it. Like if you get it and you fall in love with it and your cat destroys it, I'm sorry. Okay, so here. Kool-Aid wants 3. Okay, so that is 7. James Keck wants 1. That's 8. 2 more. 2 more, and I do a 10 print run. Now, the best way to do it, the best way to get a hold of me is to email me about it, bsylvie@gmail.com, or message me in the Discord, because guess what? Yes, we have a Discord. And I'm going to invite people right now to the Discord. I guess I did miss your order. How many do you want? P-Cybers. So James Keck, P-Cybers, Kool-Aid wants 3, so that's 5 more, so that's 9. One more person orders 1. Yes, one more person orders 1. And once I finish making sure that I can print them error-free and not bust out all their teeth, because that's a big thing with me. Because, see, his teeth are kind of smacked out. He's sort of a show mascot now. He's Cletus the Bohetus. Because he's missing teeth. TJ wants the last one. So there we go. Orders are closed. I will start printing those next week. I'm gonna pin this for a minute. Email me, take a minute right now, and in the subject line, please put Beholder Miniature Order. And then in the body, put how many you want and your shipping address. If you don't do that, I can't help you. If you're watching this at some point in the future and you're like, I'd really like to have one of those, sorry. TJ won't care if it's a little snaggletooth. So that's awesome. There we go. Now that I have that done, there is another item. Once these are done, don't jump on this right now and be like, oh, I want that. When are you sending me that? Can I see it? Can I grab it? Okay. I don't see it, but the next item that I do, the next item that I do, it will also be $25, but it will be a dungeon tile that is the great green devil face from the Tomb of Horrors. Now, here's the thing about that. That one, I will paint. It is much smaller than the Beholder. Those will be offered painted, and those will also be $25 a piece, and I will also do a run of 10. But that's for the future. We're not even there yet. Hopefully, can I see it? No. I thought it was where I could just reach up and grab it. Oh, there it is. This one is printed with filament, so it looks a little rough. But this, yours won't be all jacked up on the back like that. Not that that looks that bad for a piece of dungeon hallway, you know. You could paint that up like mine. But yeah, I will be offering a painted Great Devil face after this goes out. So if that interests you, then we'll revisit that. And thank you everyone who ordered. Beholder orders are now, they're over. But you know what's not over? Despite the fact that Mobius is not here. You know what's not over is Gamma World. Gamma World is just beginning. Only just beginning. And we've got a lot of Gamma World goodness to get to tonight. So without further ado, without further grifting from yours truly, let us welcome in. I'm gonna have to do this. These are falling off and they feel weird down on my neck. Let us welcome in James F. Keck as Christopher.
Hello.
Todd as Jimmy Dodger. Kevin as Borongo. And Doom Sword Deathmaster as Numbers Rob.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's happening? Okay. So when last we left the Intrepid Adventurers, you guys were creeping through the eerily clean ruins of a city. Well, now eerily clean. It was fairly bombed out and ruined on the fringes, and you almost stumbled into a crater that made you very sick to approach, but you managed to not take too much radiation damage. And you have found your way into a section of the city which looks almost like it was scrubbed clean. There's not even tiny finger-sized pieces of rubble. There are the shells of ruined buildings. They haven't been reconstructed, but they have been stripped almost completely internally. And in a couple of those buildings, you found technological orbs of some kind that seemed to follow your every move. You destroyed one of them. The second took you more than a little bit to destroy. But as you moved into, well, as you moved into a building, after having destroyed it, that's what I meant. As you moved into another building and destroyed the technological orb, the eye-like device that watched your every move, you've noticed that outside there are a number of figures in gray robes, sort of arranged in a semicircle around the front and one side of the building, and some kind of powered cart behind that with another one. All of them seem to be carrying bulky, boxy-like objects in their hands. Oh, John, is there any chores that are require more attention than listening to some high drama Gamma World? I don't think so. So they're standing there. Some of them have hunkered down. But they look like they mean business, but they haven't taken any aggressive action yet. You can't quite make out their features. They have hoods pulled up covering their faces, but you can see their hands. You can see their you can clearly see the face of the one standing up in the power cart. And that one calls out, "Please come outside."
I look back at the rest of the guys like, what? What do you want to do?
Well, are there any other exits? Or is that the only exit?
I mean, the building is just four walls and the ceiling is open to the sky.
Right.
You came in a side door. The front door is also present, but where they are arranged is the front and around to the side. So they've got the two obvious doors covered, but there are open spaces that were probably windows up higher on the walls, opposite of the side door and opposite of the main door. You might have to do some you would have to do some climbing to get there. If any of you have a telekinetic mutation trick or anything like that.
I actually think I do.
Oh, there you go.
Let me see. What do I have? No, I guess. No, I do. Telekinesis, 82%.
Okay.
Nice.
Lift objects remotely. Max lift on living creatures must succeed on attack. That's if I'm lifting somebody else, I think. I don't think I can carry myself, though.
Right. And as far as attacking, it would have to be somebody trying to resist your grasp, your telekinetic
I just want to
grasp.
try to help myself get in a window so I can sit on the windowsill instead of just walk out the door.
Okay.
I say they know we're here, right? So
They clearly do.
yeah. So I mean, hiding, they'll just it might cause us more trouble. I think we should talk to them. Just, I'm a little bit wary.
Well, I'm definitely going to gather up my axe and I'll tuck it in my belt. And I say, who wants to go first?
I think you just answered that question.
I'll try to climb up to the window, and I'll use my telekinesis to assist me if it helps. If it doesn't, I'll stop doing that.
It's kind of like trying to stand on the ground and push yourself up into the air just by pressing down really hard with your feet.
Okay.
So it doesn't quite work like that, but you can absolutely try to climb up to the window.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll put my my laser rifle on my back, and I'll try to climb up.
Okay, and what is your dexterity?
It's 11.
Okay. Okay, you find gaps in the ancient stonework or whatever it is, and you're able to pull yourself up. You're making a little bit of a little bit of noise kind of scrabbling up the wall. As you are doing this, the voice just doesn't yell or anything like that, just very calmly calls, "Please come outside."
I'll see if I can get to the windowsill, and I'll sit on the windowsill, Errol Flynn style, with my leg bent and sideways, looking at them.
All right.
Jamie will just walk outside.
I'm sorry?
Jamie will just walk outside.
Okay. They sort of back up a little bit. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I start to see him move toward the outside, I'd like to run up to one side of the opening, left side, I guess, and shoulder up against it with my blaster rifle ready.
Okay. All right. So, Christopher, are you wielding?
I'm going to go to the opposite side that where Doomsword went. I'm just going to get on the opposite side of the door.
Okay. And what is Jamie doing?
I'm going to walk out with my hands up, and I'm just going to look around, and I'm going to say, "Look, I remember dying, and now I remember this. If this is heaven, this is really messed up, guys."
The one standing up in the vehicle looks at you and says, "Most recorded information regarding any kind of a biological afterlife have usually been found to be visual cortex hallucinations caused by oxygen deprivation during a death state in the subject. Thank you for calmly."
This is some really bad hallucinations, then.
Thank you for calmly exiting the building. Would you place your weapon on the ground, please?
Well, why don't you place your weapon on the ground?
I whistle.
It's creepy. All of them simultaneously look up at you, and then look back down at. Like half of them look back down at Jamie. The others are still looking up at. You. But the one that was speaking, the one that was speaking before says to Jamie, "We're not going to put our weapons down. But if you remain still, we can euthanize you painlessly right here."
Look, I've already died once. I didn't like the experience at all. If we were looking for problems, we would be shooting right now. I'm guessing if you were looking for problems, you would be shooting right now. So how about we chill with the whole posturing thing, and let's talk like humans.
We aren't posturing. We genuinely want to painlessly euthanize all of you. Please call your friends over.
Yeah, that's a big no. I have a problem with that.
Okay, they are. This one just kind of raises its hand in a gesture. We're going to need to roll initiative. What is Jamie doing?
Jamie is turning and running full tilt back into the building.
Okay. What is Christopher doing?
He's drawing his laser pistol and getting ready to blow away some androids.
Okay. How about Barongo?
I'm going to jump down from the window, and I'm going to try to find another window that's on the bottom floor to use to shoot out.
Okay, there are plenty. And how about numbers?
I'm going to peek out from behind my cover with my blaster rifle that was at the ready and say, "Enough talk." And
all right. Numbers, you can act first. Pick a target and shoot.
Yeah, the main one.
Okay, the one in the cart. Gotcha.
Thank you. Let's see what we got here. Come on.
See if his mouth can cash the check.
Yeah, exactly.
To spend.
I rolled a 9, and that's
You roll-
weapon class 14.
Weapon class 14. That's a 9. Let me see here. I just need to check. Okay. For attack purposes, they are armor class 4. Let's just keep that straight. So you rolled a 9. Your weapon class is 14. That is a hit.
All right. Got
Oh, wait.
86.
No, I'm sorry.
No.
You rolled a 14?
I rolled a 9, weapon class 14.
Oh no, it's weapon class 14. You rolled a 9. My apologies. Let's see.
No problem. Come on, be a hit.
Oh yeah, superhuman reflexes. Turns just as the beam shatters a hole in the concrete behind it.
Man.
Okay. Now we go to initiative. So James, roll initiative for the side, please.
Got a 4.
You guys go first. Jamie, you're sprinting and running.
I'm flipping the bird while I do it.
Barongo, you're looking for a window. You see one that you think you can just kind of get your arms up on and look out and blast out of. How about Christopher?
He tried to take a shot with his laser pistol, but I rolled a 6. So
A 6. Let's see.
weapon class 13. That's a miss.
Oh yeah. That is unfortunate. It's not a big miss. It's not a huge miss. It makes the android jump back. So you guys are all getting a bonus of plus. We're going to go with the AD&D thing and say you've got a bonus of +4, with the exception of Jamie. Well, no, because you got to move first, so you ducked into the building. So you guys have all got +4 to your armor class versus a bunch of blasts that are coming at you. So we'll just divide this up evenly and say you're each getting 2, and the other 2 are kind of protecting the leader type. So that's a miss on Christopher. That is, let's see. So with that gives you, what is Christopher's nominal armor class?
4.
4, and you're at -4, and he is using, let's see. Okay, so that does connect with you. Let's see.
Bummer.
Well, you take a total of 10 points of damage, so that ain't awful.
Yeah, I can handle that.
Could have been a lot worse.
Yep.
All right, so that's Christopher. And now to the jammiest of dodgers. That is a miss, and that is a miss. Over to Barongo. That is 1 hit. That's 8. That's 8. 12 points.
Okay, puts me at 60.
And that is a pair of misses on numbers. So just think, if you guys still had that neutron bomb, you could engage in nuclear terrorism right now. Back off or we all go. Okay, so you're undercover. It's the next round. Over the cracking sounds of blaster weapons, again, you hear the one in the. You presume he's got some kind of device in his buggy that projects his voice louder because you can hear it over the pew pew and pwing pwing of energy weapon discharge. Calls out again. We don't want to hurt you. Lay down your weapons, and you will be painlessly euthanized.
How about you come in here one at a time and we painfully disassemble you?
I don't feel pain, so
That's
it's
right.
always painlessly euthanized.
All right.
I'm here to kick
Hover-
ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum.
Does the hover thing have like something that looks like a fuel cell on it or something? Or a battery?
It's not a hover thing. It's on wheels.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But as far as seeing moving parts or anything, it seems to be. It's actually kind of a faded orange color, and it all seems to be kind of a smooth carapace. You don't see anything exposed mechanically except for the four great balloon tires, and you can see two of those.
It's a Cybertruck.
AKA the low poly model of a car when you move really far away from it in a first-person shooter. You can't look at the Cybertruck and tell me you didn't think, yeah, I've seen that play in Call of Duty back when I didn't quite have the specs on my machine to run it. I just cranked the details down.
It's totally the car from another world back in the 80s.
Yeah.
It really is.
It really is. Okay. Top of the order then. James, what is Christopher doing?
He's taking another shot with his laser pistol.
James Dodger.
I'm going to go ahead and turn on my lightsaber or vibro blade or whatever it's called. And I'm going to start checking out our peripheral to make sure the ones on the wide sides ain't trying to come in through the other doors.
Okay, so there's only two doors. There's the door that you just ducked back in, and then there's one on your left at the front of the building. But I'm just letting you know that.
Okay.
So
Can we carve a new door with those sabers?
sure,
Oh,
you can certainly try to. Okay, so what is Barungo doing?
I'm pew-pewing. I'm shooting, and I'm going to shoot the guy in the face that's speaking.
All right. So Damien says Duel of the Fates has intensified. Yeah, it did, didn't it? I said it did, didn't it?
As long as it's not Manos' Hand of Fate, we're all good.
I'm surprised nobody got that joke of mine, but Manos Hands of Fate is pretty funny too. Okay, and finally,
An albino kid plays dueling banjos.
Number's gonna zappy.
Yeah, I'm taking out the mouthy one.
All right, yeah. Hey, Yang, if you're an audience, do you want to jump in game? I wasn't sure if you were available. Boy, how at the top of that be just this power armor suit just bounds into the middle of the firefight.
Yeah, with the Flight of the Valkyries playing in the background. Dun, 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 dun.
Android don't serve.
Give me a little Wagner, men. Make it loud. Okay. All right, then. So let's see. Whose turn would it be? Well, that would be Todd. Roll initiative. You guys are probably going to go first.
I'm rolling a D6 for initiative, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ooh, how about a big O6? The green
Awesome.
dice gets to stay. for a little
That
bit.
works. You guys have got first shot.
Yay,
Is
Chris,
that
14.
I'm sorry, you were asking something there, Doomsword?
It don't matter. I'll wait a turn. I was wondering if that was still like first shot for high decks for.
Oh, yes, it is. I'm sorry, it is. Go ahead and take your shot.
I don't want to negate Christopher's 14.
No, I've already rolled it. So
All right.
We already went through the whole initiative process, so.
All right. Well, I'm going to bust out the big gun here. Another 9. Come on, man.
Yeah, sorry. All right, so let's see. That's okay. Christopher, roll your damage. You hit
big 19.
19 points. Okay. Kazap.
And when I hit, I scream, "Gurg!"
No one knows what that means, but they if robots could be intimidated or if androids could be intimidated, they would. So yeah, you blast one in the shoulder and there's kind of a frothing pink white sort of milky substance is dripping out of the hole that you blasted into him. Barongo.
Yep, I got a 15.
That will hit.
Class is 13.
All right.
It is 22 points of damage.
Good God. Okay, he didn't like that.
Good. I'm glad. Take that, mouthy one!
Okay, and that you were shooting at the leader type there?
Oh, yes. He's going to die first.
Oh, that's right. Oh, okay. So 22. Let me
I want to treat him unfairly, just like everybody else.
Yeah, no, you got more than a little shot to the shoulder and some stuff like that. Like you just kind of draw a jagged burn mark across and it staggers back for a second. All right, who's left? Numbers, Rob. Take a shot.
I did already.
Oh, that's right, and you missed. Okay.
You got a 9.
All right.
Yeah.
So counterfire. We'll just go down the list again. Although, unfortunately, Bronco, you're going to get 4 shots at you.
Okay. Yeah, they hit me.
That's a miss, a miss,
Really good at
and
that.
a miss, and a miss. So yeah, you kind of duck up, zap, duck back down as a fusillade of bolts slams towards you. Let's see. So now we have 2 for Christopher. That's a miss, and that is a hit. So Christopher takes 14 more points. Let's see. So that was Christopher. Mr. Dodger. That's a hit and a miss. So you take Jamie, you take 16 points. And finally, at numbers, that is a pair of misses on numbers. Now, I could be wrong about this, but don't one of you have a grenade? I'm just asking.
It'd be nice.
Somebody does. I do not.
We had a real big one, but it would
that was not just tactically, but strategically impractical.
I do have some bread biscuits that are probably hard enough to hurt.
Poing. Weapons of culinary destruction. Okay. In the next round, I'm guessing same go around.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let's roll initiative, and I think we're over to Kevin. Roll initiative.
Yep. Let's see what I got.
Numbers, Rob, take your shot.
All right. Come on now.
I got a 3.
Ooh, that's a 12.
That will hit.
All right. I've been hanging on to these 4d6s that I'll roll twice. Let's see what we got. 11, 15, 17, and 11, 28.
28. Okay, so hang on a second. What is that? A Mark 7 rifle you're using? Are you the
Yes,
one that took
sir.
the Mark 7? Let me see something here real quick. I just want to take a quick. Okay. All right. So that is done. I just wanted to double check on that. And you guys want initiative again. So Christopher,
Ooh, an 18.
that will hit. Onward, robot soldiers.
19 more points of damage.
Same one?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, you burned him and blasted him a couple of times. Mr. Dodger.
Jammy is going to use his oh wait, it doesn't work on Android. Okay, never mind. Jammy's gonna since the vibro blade is out, he's gonna do something crazy. I know it's gonna shock everybody.
Excellent.
I'm just fixing to charge the dude with the loudmouth.
That
I got
is
I've already got one. I ain't scared.
well. You know what? I'll treat it like an AD&D charge, and we'll give you a +2 to hit and a -1 to your defense.
That sounds fair. Wow.
Wow, what?
I'm going to burn this white 20-sided dice. I rolled a 3.
Okay, yeah. So you kind of stumble out, and the skirmish line of opponents outside really doesn't permit you. You kind of try and dodge and weave past them, but you find that they are intractable, and you're now amongst a bunch of them. Numbers, you're no longer being shot at. You're no longer being shot at in this round.
Going down in a blaze of glory.
Jammy. Okay, that's 1 miss. That's a hit. I got to double check this. I hate the edge cases. I hate them to death. So what is your armor class with your penalties?
My base armor class is 4, so
it's 5.
yeah.
So armor class 5.
Come on, Jammy.
So that's a miss. You've been hit once. That's 1 hit, 2 misses. That's 3 misses. So all but one of the androids on this side of the building, with you at effectively point blank range, managed to miss you. Maybe it was your screaming. Maybe it was the fact that you just charged out into a line of blaster wielding androids. But
or maybe he's on a mission from Zod.
That could also be true.
The gun is good. So let's see, it was 6. That's 13. You take 17 points.
Jammy is down to 1 hit point.
Oof. Man, I thought you had HP when you rolled up in there.
He did.
I did.
Good point.
And then I didn't.
The gun is good. Not going to get into that.
Can you use that thing twice?
Okay. Well, again, numbers, you're not getting shot at. Christopher and
I don't think Barongo got his attack that round either.
oh yeah, okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yep.
Come on, Barongo.
Well, it doesn't matter. I got a 3. Look at the muscularity.
Okay. Let's see. So that was numbers isn't being shot at. It's just Christopher and Barongo. So that's a pair of misses on Christopher and a pair of misses on Barongo.
Woohoo.
Okay.
See, I took the heat off you guys. All part of the plan.
The battlefield is definitely more dynamic. You're going to be shot at by 4 more blaster bolts in the next round. Is there anything that Jamie wishes to try and do to ameliorate what is about to happen?
So he's surrounded by these things, right?
Yes, effectively. The heck?
Can I try to, like, grab one, put my vibra blade to him to, like, take him hostage? That's the only thing I
Sure.
can think of.
You can try that.
They're androids. You might be able to take yourself hostage. I'm going to kill myself and it's going to hurt.
It's gonna hurt really bad, you guys. I mean, really.
Flashes blazing saddles in my mind.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking that. Please don't quote the movie.
Yeah, I did quote the movie intentionally.
It is hilarious. We all know the scene.
Yep.
Don't quote it.
Say,
Okay.
you know, don't move or the big guy gets it. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody move? This big guy gets it. I remember what I got up one Saturday morning and Blazing Saddle was on ABC Family.
Yeah.
I'm not making that up.
Uncut?
No, it was fairly cut to pieces.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, holy crap.
Down
you should have recorded that.
Down to the beans for dinner being them. They play burping sounds instead of farting sounds.
Oh man.
What? Come on.
Mongo just pawn of life.
Mongo just pawn in Game of Life. Okay, so Christopher, you're going to try and take one of them hostage. What is Jamie Dodger doing?
No. I'm taking one.
Christopher, you're going to try and shoot one. Jamie
Yes.
Dodger's trying to take one hostage. I'm taking Barongo's going to shoot.
Yeah, that was my second shot, so I have to put a new battery in.
Okay, well, I mean, reloading is, it's like drawing an arrow in AD&D. This is not like some super complicated,
Okay.
like you got to dig through your pack.
So, yeah, I'll replace it and then shoot. That leaves me
Okay.
one left.
Numbers, Rab, their Doomsword. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm going to try with probably no success to save Jamie's life. So
In what way? Save him from the androids or save him from the androids?
Yeah. I'm going to shoot the mouthy one.
Okay.
Not him. The
All right.
android.
Thank you for clarifying. Okay, Jamie's armor class is 4. Okay, so go ahead and take your shot at the mouthy one.
All right. We're going back to the big gun again. Man, that's a 9. 3 9s.
That's not going to work. Let's roll initiative, and I think we're back. Actually, James, roll initiative for the side, please.
3.
And that is a tie. So all this is happening simultaneously. So this is a physical attack because you're trying to grab one of the androids. His armor class is 4. How many hit dice do you have? How many not hit points? How many hit dice does Jammy have?
What's his constitution?
My constitution is 11.
11. So you're 11 hit dice. So we need to see a 12 or better.
On a D20?
On a D20. That would be preferable, yes.
Come on. Come on, man.
The power of sleep compels you. How about a 12 exactly, baby?
A 12 exactly. You have grabbed the nearest android, who is one of the 2 bodyguards standing next to the cart, and have got your vibro blade held to his neck. I will pause for a moment if you wish to say something to them, but
I would just say, I said, y'all put down y'all's weapons, or we're gonna take you apart painfully.
okay. There are this is a there's 2 lines of dialogue in his response, and I'm going to say what one of them is, and then you guys can shoot. He stops, looks at you with his sear expression, and says, "I'm sorry, sir. I can't have you holding one of our units hostage." What is numbers? Oh, numbers missed. Christopher, take your shot.
Okay. Back to cluster over here. Ooh, a 20.
That will hit.
Nice.
Oh, too bad it doesn't do extra damage.
Yeah, well.
But I'll take 14 either way.
Okay. Didn't like that one. Go ahead and shoot, if you would, please, Barongo.
I got a 3 again?
Oh.
Man, you guys are just snake bit on these dice.
It's just like my multiple 9s. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
3 of them.
The power of incompetence compels you.
Let's
Okay.
go ahead and take a moment to pay our respects.
Yeah, no crap. We're doing this wrong somehow.
The android closest to the android you just grabbed glances up at the leader, then glances back at you, presses his blaster to the head of the one you're holding, and pulls the trigger, and it explodes in a mist of android stuff. And the leader says, "I said I can't have you holding one of my units hostage." And the other 2 are shooting at you.
And take 1 point of shrapnel damage.
Straight to the forehead.
I'm going to give you an extra point because you're holding the guy's body in front of you, so that's a miss. That is not a miss.
Uh-oh.
Damn it, man.
I was hoping you'd be able to grab another one. This is a fast way of killing all those guys.
Yeah.
So you're
Ouch.
right, Jamie. That was crazy.
Jamie's dying words is, "Tell Chuck the robot I love him."
Well, Jamie just took 4 5s and a 6.
Oh. Where'd he go? Where'd he go?
I see
Yeah.
some boots there with some smoke coming out of them.
Yeah, the other one shifts and presses the gun to your head and pulls the trigger, and you guys just see Jamie just recoils and slumps to the sidewalk.
The power of sleep compelled me.
If you guys win this and manage to take this town from the robots, you should call it Jammy Dodger Square.
Sounds like it's a good idea.
Okay, so, and I did kind of lift on, if you've never seen Night of the Comet, I really insist you do it. It's a great cheesy 80s sci-fi horror movie with all the good stuff in it.
Yep.
It's got Chakotay is in it from Star Trek Voyager. Chakotay is in it, but there's a bad guy in it who says, "I'm sorry, miss, I can't let you hold any of my people hostage." And she's like, "All right, then put your guns down and let's talk about this." And he says, "I don't think you understand. I said I can't let you hold any of my people hostage," and then shoots the guy dead. To which she screams, "You're crazy." And he says, "I'm not crazy. I just don't give an F." I don't deliver it with nearly as much panache. Okay, so Jammy is no more. You have, seven, because there's two that are sticking near the leader. They've started to move in on either side of the building. You've got three on the side with Christopher and Barongo, and numbers. You've got four kind of moving towards you. Numbers, you can take your shot at one of them if you want.
Yeah, I have to reload. That takes 2 cells. Not a problem.
Go ahead.
And yeah, and I say, "Damn it, Jammy, I'm a shooter, not a doctor." 12. I know that happens to be a hit.
That will, yes.
All right. Let's bust out some 8d6. Well,
Sweet.
46 twice. 4 and 8 is 12. Oh, that one rolled on the floor. 11 is 23, 26. 26.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, he kind of stumbles. You burn a hole in its belly, kind of staggers forward. Christopher and Barongo, what are you guys doing?
I'm
Blasting away.
Yeah, I'm shooting the mouthy one.
Okay.
If that's the only thing I accomplish, then my life will be complete.
Indeed.
All right, let's roll initiative, and you know what? You can roll it for the party, Todd.
That's the consolation prize.
There you go. Don't want you to have to sit over there to roll that initiative.
Here we go. A 4.
Party goes first.
Sounds great.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll up another character?
It's up to you. I mean, if the party wins out and can get you back once again to Stronghold, then maybe you can go through the life ray again.
Oh,
Or
God,
maybe you
thing
can
to
just
that.
roll a character, because we might all have to do that.
Maybe.
Wow, I got a natural 20.
Yes.
Nice.
I did
Nice.
I did 17 with my hit.
Okay.
And I did 22.
Ooh.
The mouthy one?
Yes, the mouthy one's going. He's taking a dirt nap.
He's taking a ton.
He's being recycled.
And you go in pieces.
I'm sorry, that was 22 to him?
22 additional to that guy, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you burnt a number of holes in him, and he's like actively slapping out a fire that's caught on his robes now. But you can see, you can see big patches of synthetic flesh burned away, and that weird grayish whitish musculature underneath it. It's kind of, anyone else? Any other shots? I think that's all.
Man, I want what that guy had.
Okay. So that's going to be 1 at Christopher and 2 at Barongo. That's a miss and a hit on Christopher. Christopher takes 19.
No.
Oof.
And that is a miss at Barongo. And that is 1 hit on numbers. That is 16 on
you'll pay for that.
On numbers.
When we kill you, you better have Domars.
No doubt.
They've all got QR codes on the palms of their hands. Damn it! So not only are these monsters trying to commit omnicide, they're also into crypto.
Oh no! Now I'm definitely killing them all.
they got like
Bastards are responsible for the GPU shortage that started the Third World War.
Exactly.
I should have put a crypto hashtag in tonight's game description. Did I tell you guys, and I mentioned to the audience, but I don't know if you guys caught it, that stupid 20-second joke about reviewing Lord of the Rings Season 1, Episode 4 got like 5,200 views?
I saw that. That's amazing.
You're talking about the packaging event?
The packaging event, 5,200 views.
Fits nicely in a trash can. Yeah.
Man, my kid made some like Oreo meme for Roblox or whatever, my 8-year-old, and he's got like 45,000 views on that thing. And it's like 30 seconds of crap.
Tell him I want to talk to him. I might have a media person job. Work that out later. Okay. So let's see. That is you guys went first. They shot. So numbers, take your shot.
And are you I'll avenge my fallen friend.
Are you just shooting at one at random, or
no, the main one?
Okay.
This die rolls nothing but 9s.
I would just, it may be biased. Grab another one and try it in the next round. Okay.
Another one rolled 9s too.
Christopher and now Barongo's continuing to shoot at the leader also, right?
That's right. Yeah, until he falls down dead, he's going to get hit.
Okay. Christopher, of the 3 that are approaching you, one of them has just like half of its face is missing. It's got like, you can see daylight through a hole in it. The other 2 are undamaged. You want to shoot?
Yeah, I definitely want to shoot.
Okay. At that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's roll initiative then. And I think until he builds a new character, Todd is our official initiative roller. So roll it, Todd. Unless he's furiously building a character right now.
Okay, here we go. Da-da-da. Ooh, orange dice is not my friend. I rolled a 2.
A 2. Well, hey, I could roll 1. And I did not, unfortunately. So that is a miss. A miss. Come on. And a miss.
Yeah, excellent.
On Christopher. So that's
the blessings of the journey be upon you.
So that is 1, 2. All right. So this is a couple at Barongo.
dodge.
Right into a blaster bolt.
Oh,
D6 go. I don't know. I will have to grab another D6. Okay. So that is... that is 17 points.
Oh,
okay.
Uh,
Does Barongo need some Bactine?
Yeah. Well, he doesn't, because he doesn't feel pain. No sensory nerve ending.
Oh,
so
right.
I guess it's okay.
If I could feel this, I would be going into shock right now, he thinks to himself.
Exactly, yes.
That's how severe these injuries probably are. I don't know.
I might need some Banaka, though. That probably needs to happen.
Okay. And finally, a couple at numbers. Numbers takes 14 more.
no.
son of a...
This wandering damage system sucks.
You are traveling down the streets of the wasteland when you encounter 8d6 damage.
and a 1,700 hit point robot.
Yeah.
F me.
Okay, counterattacks.
Ah, got a 20 again.
At the leader or at the damaged one?
The damaged one.
Okay, I think your bare minimum will destroy that one, but go ahead and roll it.
A 15.
Oh yeah, it just collapses, just sort of folds in half and lies on the street in a steaming puddle. Morongo.
Thank
I
God.
guess I can't shoot. So that isn't the leader he shot?
That is not the leader he shot.
Well, then I'm shooting the leader. 16?
That will hit.
22 points of damage.
Awesome.
The leaders, most of the leader's head vanishes in a steam explosion of colloidal matter and circuitry.
Hey, Bennett, letting off some steam.
All right.
No one will remember if we were good men or bad. 3 stood against many.
I love it. Okay. So that concludes the round. In the next round, what are you guys doing?
Targeting the next one in line, I guess.
Okay, you have 2 on you. There's 1, 2, 3 headed towards Barongo, and there's now 4 because there's 2 that are no longer guarding the leader that could apparently shoot at numbers. Numbers, go ahead and take your shot. There's only one damaged one still standing.
So far I've rolled 4 9s and 2 12s with actual physical dice.
Well, try
Let's see
something
what
different.
I got to stick with the die. Oh, I did change die. Let's see. That's a 4, so whatever.
Ooh.
Well, it's different.
In a bad way.
Okay. Is Christopher shooting?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay, shift targets and fire.
Got a 1 that time.
That, of course, clearly misses. And Barongo.
Let's see. I got a 2.
COC next week.
You missed just a little better than I did.
Okay. The remaining androids, the 2 that are nearest the ground vehicle, get in the ground vehicle, activate it, and it begins to roll backwards. The ones that were rushing the building turn and begin to fall back with the vehicle.
Can we take parting shots as they go?
It's not like AD&D where you can get a bonus, but you can shoot at them. You will have at least a round before they are out of sight.
Taking a shot. Do I go ahead and roll, or what are we doing?
Yeah, no, go ahead and roll. You guys have the initiative effectively.
17 plus whatever bonuses.
That will hit.
I have one more shot.
Ooh, got 19 on one of them.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
And I got to switch batteries. This is my last battery.
Uh-oh.
Well, clearly it was dying. That's why you kept missing, right? Okay, so your they seem to be falling back. There was a round where they were literally just kind of standing around, looking back and forth, looking at the destroyed body form of the speaker slumped over the seat in the vehicle, and then they fell back. They didn't even shoot at you. The Mark 7, the one you can't use for a few rounds while the update's on. Yeah, well, the update server is not working anymore for those. If you look down the gun's telecam site, it just says 404, site not found. All right. They skedaddle. They fall back.
Well, we're looking for Domars. And he better have some, or he's going to pay extra penalty.
Don't forget to loot my body.
Oh, no, we're taking you.
We're gonna get.
Isn't there a bunch of like string and wire and weird crap like that on you?
Well, yeah, but also there is a vibro blade, 2 extra batteries, and the ancient finding stick.
Oh yeah.
The one that does robots and power suits.
Right. Well, we need that, and we need the batteries, but the rest of that junk, I guess it can just stay with the corpse.
I'll take the extra vibro blade.
There you go.
Well, I mean, we can save him. We have the technology.
We can't.
How far? How far is this like the Fly or something? Like he's gonna hop in there again, and he's gonna come back like dripping ooze and regurgitating.
You have no idea. You have no idea.
Or, and this is just an idea, you could just set my body on fire and walk away.
I thought you would have already rolled up another character.
Oh, I have.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, shall we drag him back to the car and get out of here? Or what do we want to do?
Well, I think these are the guys the Sleeth are having problems with.
Yeah.
Right? But they're difficult.
Yeah, I'm
I
down
think
to
we shot that leader guy 10 times.
something like that. I'm down to like 10 hit points, so
Yeah.
These guys are it's rough.
yeah.
We need help.
And the misses don't help at all, right?
Yeah. I mean, our incompetence is our biggest failure.
Yes. No, maybe there's a guy named like Biscuit Gravy back at the settlement that we can pick up, and he'll be a comedian, but maybe he's a good shot.
Biscuit Gravy.
Okay.
If I may, real quick, I will let the people in the comment section come up with the name for my new character.
Oh, how about that?
There you go. There you go.
Muty McMute face.
That's what can happen if you leave the internet to make these choices. I'm just warning you, Todd.
Am I allowed to use the S word? Like if somebody S's, maybe there'll be a better chance of him choosing that name.
Well, I mean, you can. Yes, I don't want to grift
All right,
too
cool.
hard.
Yeah, super chat for his name, guys. You'll immortalize it for like the 3 rounds that he's alive.
That's right. I specialize in dying.
All right, so you guys are leaving Jamie Dodger in the streets of
I thought we would drag him back to the car at the very least, try to get him back to the base. Unless we're going to go explore some more.
Put him under the wheels and run over him a few times, get him down.
Drag him behind the car.
Back up! There's something in the road.
Did you feel that?
This would have been better with Gurg, but yeah.
Oh man.
So what are you guys doing?
Well, we're not going to leave him in the street. Yeah, we can't do that. We will take him. We'll figure something. I mean, we got our Hall of Heroes back at the base. He's the first one that we're going to put in there.
If you run into any more problems, you literally have a meat shield you can use.
I was thinking we could like throw him out and maybe something will eat him instead of us.
Is there anything on those androids that we killed or destroyed or whatever? Is there anything left of use?
Let's see.
If they don't have Domars, I'm telling you, I'm going to cut him into ribbons.
Let me see here.
Maybe some photon grenades or something,
Well, I mean, they have their blaster rifles, and they have power cells for them. No grenades. You suspect that they might have used those straight away. So
I'm going to pick up the rifle of the one that I took out.
Okay.
Take any power on him.
If the leader had any weapons, you don't know because it fell back in the vehicle and they drove that away. So you guys dropped, how many did you drop? You dropped a couple. So yeah, you've got, I'm going to say 10 hydrogen charges from each. And let me see here.
So what that equates to 20.
Yeah.
I have 3 right now. So we should split those up nicely.
Yeah.
I have just part of one. I have one that's 5 shots. I had to use all the others.
Right.
Yeah, so they had laser rifles. They each had a laser rifle.
Ooh.
Nice. Your sacrifice was not in vain, Jamie.
Deep inside, it was all part of Jamie's plan.
There you go. I suppose I could take 5 of those hydrogen cells, and you guys can split up the others. That'd give me a total of 8.
Yeah,
and
I'm
my
just
blaster
taking 5.
takes 2.
I'm just taking 5. I've got 9 total now. If I had 5,
right? So you were taking. So I took 5. You took
5.
Let's just split 5. Let's split 5. That'll give me 5. That's more than enough. And then we'll have 5 for replacements.
Yeah,
just stashed.
Keep them in a
New 1,
backpack or whatever.
new 2.
Hang them off of Jimmy's body or something.
As long as we're not dragging him. If we're dragging him, then I'll put them in my pocket.
If we had some rubber bands, we could put them on the vehicle's rearview mirror.
There you go.
Now, just positing something. When we look at these things, do they look rechargeable? I mean, they're hydrogen, so they're a fuel cell, right? But obviously, I know that, but the character probably doesn't know that.
Not by any technology you know of.
Okay, all right.
Technology like this is I mean, even though you understand how to use it, once you get down beyond like big components that you can see working with your eyes, it's effectively magic.
Magic.
I get you. Yep.
Alrighty, so
Beauregard cargo pants.
Beauregard cargo pants. I love it. That's awesome. Now, if he was a Floridian, I of course would have accepted Beauregard cargo shorts. But
or jorts. He could just be jorts.
Jorts.
Ooh, I'm liking George.
Jorts the raccoon.
Yeah, I do have a question for you, Bill.
Yes.
How do I figure out if my dude's a human or a mutant or maybe a mutated horse that bites humans or what?
Okay, so this is a good time
to quit.
This is a good time to never play Gamma World again. No, so let's look at playing a mutated animal, because you ask a valid question that I'm going to regret, and I'm going to have to send something terrible to stop. I sent a cybernetic tank the size of 2 city blocks after you guys, but I had to stop, Todd. So let's take a look at a mutated animal. If a character wants to play a mutated animal,
I call shotgun. If he's a horse, I'm riding him.
All right. Players oh god, I can't believe I'm actually giving you this. I'm going to put this up on the screen though. I cannot believe I'm doing this. What in the hell is wrong with me?
Because whatever he's going to be, his name is Bogo George.
Bogo George. Okay, so here we go. Here we go.
Possibly go wrong.
Doodly doodly doodly. Oh god, everything. Players electing to play mutated animal characters should first select a basic animal stock, keeping in mind the relative advantages and strengths of that particular species. For game purposes, the selected animal will initially possess equivalent intelligence of a human, but this does not count as a mutation and should not be confused with a mental mutation, heightened intelligence. It certainly won't, Jim. Which is additional intelligence above and beyond the basic die roll for that attribute. Having selected the basic animal type, players determine basic attributes and mutations in the same manner as humanoids. In any mutated animal type, the referee must determine how the character will function within the groups of humanoids and pure strain humans. Determination of whether or not the mutated animal character is capable of speech, the use of paws, hooves, fins as hands, and so forth should be made as logically and reasonably as possible before the start of the game to prevent later arguments.
I think.
What do you mean I don't have an opposable thumb?
A long time ago.
As to a player character's ability, in no case will mutated animal types be able to command robotic units or pass any type of security check, though the possibility of reprogramming such units is left to the referee's discretion. So, you want to be a furry? Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, not necessarily a mutated animal, but just a mutant human.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, basically, so...
Not a large metal spider? Come on.
That would be sweet. We need one of those.
So a humanoid is basically, I mean, you could have a raft full of mutations and look like a pure strain human. You know, you have dual brain somewhere in your abdomen, right? You could have poison spittle, laser eyes, the whole 9 yards. So
what the hell?
What?
Oh, there's just an emergency vehicle in front of my house, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, so this is an oddity.
Nah, it's not.
Oh my God! Have you been swatted?
Yes, you got swatted.
Someone heard the blaster fire.
You shouldn't have sent them text messages on Facebook, my friend.
Oddly, there's a guy with a shovel sitting at the lateral at the end of my property. I don't know why he's doing that. But...
just get the shotgun.
Yeah.
He's
okay,
clearly hiding the body.
So basically, what you're going to do is, if you want to run a character who has mutations, as written in the RAW for Gamma World, you'll have mutations. Like we have to go to a document that I don't have handy right this minute to roll up a pure strain human character, but so basically you'll roll up your normal stats and then we'll see how many mutations you've got and how they affect you physically.
Okay, I've already rolled my stats.
Yeah, he's got some pretty good stats too. 14, 13, 13, 13, 14, and 9.
If you roll with pure strain human, that's how you're going to live. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
And I got that doc if you want it.
Okay, so physical mutations. Physical mutations.
There's a way to just roll dice to just randomly do it, right?
Yes. Yes.
Unless somebody wanted to super chat to give Logo York something really cool. Or maybe not so cool.
I think you're supposed to roll a D4 for physical.
Yes.
And a D4 again for mental. See how many you get of each.
Exactly. So roll a D4 for your physical mutations.
3.
A 3. So you have 3 physical mutations. So your 3 physical mutations are all right.
Roll a 2d10 or something.
Yep.
To randomize.
Roll first. We're percentage dicing here. Go ahead.
Okay, 84.
84. Your first mutation. 84. Total carapace.
Ooh.
Total carapace. You're basically born with armor. Your mother wasn't happy about it, particularly,
Sadly, he's the Guyver, so he's going to have to now go out and get, some voice actors to do his voice now.
Total carapace is a thick shell that covers the entire body of the mutant. It reduces all damage done by half and raises your armor class to 4. And it reduces your movement rate by 1/4. So, like, if your movement rate is...
Sorry.
And I was just going to say, if your movement rate is 12, it becomes an 8. Okay, roll again.
This guy's going to be worse than anything we've seen in this game.
73.
Hilarious.
73. Shorter. You are shorter. Short people got no reason.
Well, that matches because my physical strength is like the worst thing I rolled.
The armored manlet.
The problem is, you may be so short that those aren't jorts anymore.
It's a jom.
All right. To determine how short to make a mutant, roll percentile dice. I'm doing this. I'm having some fun. 2d10 2 times. So your height. Oh, Lord.
Hello, Willow.
Oh, my God. So 14 and 20. You are 21 centimeters tall.
Oh, no.
Now, in English, how tall is that?
Like 19 inches tall.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You would have Vern Troyer slam dunking on you. Okay. Roll your third and final physical mutation.
You want Bill to roll that one too?
43.
43. Infravision. We all know how infravision works. We're all D&D players here.
Bug Yoda.
You know what you need to do is you need to get a teddy bear.
Fogo I am.
Oh, you know he's going to do that now too.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I said seagulls. Stop it now.
Oh, no.
I was walking on the beach.
Oh, my jaws hurt.
Stand on the corner, minding my own business. Yeah. Yeah. This is how characters die, though. Recreation, right?
Okay. Roll a d4 for your mental mutations. Watch, he's going to wind up having like sonic powers that can crack a planet in half.
I rolled a 2.
A 2. So you have 2 mental mutations. Let's see.
I think that's apparent.
For giggles, I will let Doomsword roll for my first mental mutation. Go for it, Doomsword.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Molecular disruption. That's what's going to be.
All right, let's see what we got here. We got a 25.
Oh, wow.
It's a good strong
25. 25 force field generation.
He's got a carapace and a force field?
Yeah,
That's brilliant. Too bad he's only like 6 inches tall.
Yeah.
Step on the bug. Step on the. I can't kill it.
Stick it in your shirt pocket. Maybe it'll block a bullet.
Yeah.
Okay, you got one more mental mutation, and I, as the game master, am taking the pleasure of the mental mutation, unless James or Kevin wants to roll it.
No, I think it's much more funny when the DM rolls it and it ends up being something super powerful.
Or super travel.
All right, what do we got here?
Poor dual brain. That one looks
heightened intelligence.
There we go.
There you go. All right, so there's a question from Damien about how big the force field is. Let's see. Force field generation.
Wow, it's double his size.
Somebody just like try to walk through a window when a village just goes flying because they trip over you. The power to create an invisible wall of energy through which physical objects may not pass forms around the body of the mutant about 15 centimeters out. It will take 5 dice of accumulated damage as though it were the mutant before being forced down. No effort to maintain, and you can only generate it once per week. Once per day. And let's see. You had infravision, carapace, short,
intelligence,
and height. Okay, so let's see.
He kind of sounds like Boo from Clash of the Titans. Can you fly?
Yeah, it is about that.
That would
4 points to your mental resistance rating, not to exceed 18. And you will subtract 2 points from the die roll when you're trying to figure out an artifact.
Wow. Damn. So if it's a warbot and he's small, right? How do you do that?
There's no cockpit and controls inside a warbot. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just saying from the outside, how do you do it? I'm gonna figure this out. Crawls around it on like a pill bug, right?
And it was +4 to what?
+4 to your mental resistance, not to exceed 18. And
mental strength?
Yeah, mental strength.
That puts my mental strength to 18. Oh my God, I am Yoda.
Oh no.
too bad that Vorpal blade is too big for me, or else I'd be. Oh my God,
but
guys!
You can make your own.
Y'all could load me into a slingshot. I could do my force field, and y'all could literally shoot me at people.
We could probably stick you in the barrel of a gun too.
I'm liking Bogo. Yeah. Bogo's the man.
It's just too bad you didn't choose to be a mutated horse with these mutations. It's a mutated Shetland pony.
Because I am height challenged. Would that affect my constitution or HP?
Nope.
No.
Holy! Wow.
Yep. You're a tough little bugger.
Yep. Yeah. You ever like step on one of your kids' like action figures or something? You know how bad that hurts? Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, Micronauts. You're one of the Micronauts.
Yeah.
I am a walking four-sided die.
Super fragile. That's that the Micronauts are super fragile. But I could fit 5 or 6 of them in the cockpit of Luke Skywalker's X-Wing. So that was nice. Okay.
That's hilarious.
Well, your character is built, and after the dust settles and you guys mourn the passing of poor Jammy Dodger, and you're making your way out of the city, you pass back into the ruined sections. Well, wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. What are you guys doing?
We're dragging Jimmy back to the car.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
Oh, that's the dang Discord. Sorry, I forgot that I was still sharing that.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so you're headed back to your vehicle. You sight something moving. It's very small. It's just kind of scurrying around. So there's a humanoid about this tall. Looks like he's wearing full armor. Not wielding a weapon, not pointing it at you, not doing anything hostile to you guys. You're gonna have to change your screen name, or else I'm gonna keep getting it wrong, Todd.
It's okay. A Yexel swoops down and eats it.
Bye, y'all. Okay, we had a meeting here. So you see this guy. What are you up to? What are you doing?
Chris is pointing the laser rifle at it. He doesn't know what it is.
So am I.
An ornament on the car.
Escape from New York, Part 2.
We're gonna let Barongo talk to this thing.
Yeah. What does it look like? It's got a carapace. So
yeah, it looks like a highly articulate action figure wearing an armored spacesuit.
Miniature Juggernaut from Marvel.
But he has the most adorable puppy eyes you've ever seen. Like you just melt.
Oh my goodness!
Is he coming from the car? Or towards the car?
No, not from the direction of the car. He's just you see him kind of scurrying around in the wreckage. What are you guys doing?
Run it over.
Not near the car. Oh my God!
Back up! There's something in
Gentlemen who might be coming from other venues. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Gamma World. This is.
I'm dying.
It's not armed, or if it's armed, it's not looking armed.
Gammy, describe yourself.
Does it have arms?
I am about this tall, and
we can't see you.
I think that's the joke.
Well, trust me. I'm doing the hands. Trust me on that. I'm about this tall, and I've got this really cool skin, right? Kind of bug-like, not really, but sorta. And big, adorable puppy eyes, and totally unarmed, except for the two God gave me. And yeah, just kicking it.
How does he react
bugs off the ground, eating them,
How does he react to three guys dragging a guy?
I'm not even giving y'all two looks. I'm more interested in hunting bugs on the ground and eating them.
Oh, okay. I don't think he's meaning any harm, but what is it?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah, I'm talking to them, but I do say it out loud. Yes.
Okay. To which the little figure replies, "Bungo George, I am."
Oh no, I knew it.
Food, have you?
What do I have?
We got some of the MREs there from the guys that we met in the wasteland. You can toss them a pack of that.
Well, if we have MREs, I'm finding the jalapeno spread or cheese, peanut butter, and I'm giving him that. Here you go, dude. I'm saving the hot dog versions for later.
You got some old smokes and some like chewing gum, chiclets or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Damn straight. I'll give him the accessory pack, okay? The whole thing.
Toilet paper and everything.
Hopefully he just leaves us alone and we can move on.
Well, Bogo, of course, takes the food and says,
"Yeah.
Oh, a piece. Thankful am I. Going, where are you?"
Away from here.
Yeah, we're going. As you can see, we had some trouble in town, and our friend got, not really murdered, but killed. And we're taking him home so we can put him in our hall of bereavement.
Home?
Yes,
Travel
we have
with
a
you,
home.
I will.
Hesitation.
And I just start walking towards you, like climbing up your pants leg. I'm going with you.
Oh no. This happened to me this afternoon, and I still have PTSD from that. I'll grab him, and I'll I'll take him off my pant leg, and I'll put him back on the ground, and then I'll turn back to the other guys and say, "Can we keep him?"
As long as you're going to take care of him.
Yeah.
I turn up to the group and flash the big sad puppy dog eyes.
You
Sure,
feed him and
I'll
change
take
his
care of
litter
him.
box.
Just like any other teenager that takes care of something.
Put him in a really shallow bowl with not enough water to survive.
Did you change the shredded newspaper in Bogo Jort's cage? Yeah, I'll do it later.
Yeah, I did. Twice today, actually. Yeah. It's probably too far for you to walk.
That's why climb I did.
Yeah. Well. Okay.
Bogo walks over to Doomsword's character and just starts climbing up his pants leg.
Yeah. Watch out for that. By the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that thing off of me, man.
Hold it out in front of you with its arms and legs swinging.
Yeah, basically. Hopefully, and if it keeps trying to grab me, I'm just gonna have to toss it on the ground and back up.
Watch out, he's not wearing a diaper.
Yeah, what are you?
Bogo Jorts I am.
All right,
What
well,
are
that's fine,
you?
but you're a little bit touchy-feely, and I'm not too comfortable, you know. Any of you guys touches my stuff, and I'll kill you. Any of you guys touches me, and I'll kill you.
Take it easy, Francis.
Francis, you are.
Lighten up, actually, but anyway.
Yeah, how did you know my middle name?
Okay. Well, this is definitely a session for the ages. We've got about 15 minutes left before the bottom of the hour. Is there anything else non-combat you guys would like to do other than just go back to the vehicle and begin your journey back to Stronghold?
Can we just laugh for 15 minutes? Because that's what I've been doing.
That's fine. I think. I think this one has hilariously gone off the rails. Yeah. And I just want to be clear. I'm not grumpy because you guys are. That remember, role playing games are super serious, guys, and we should be super serious all the time about role playing games. That this is a no fun zone.
Like the real stream or something.
Jorts is all about serious. Oh yeah.
That's why he keeps climbing everybody's pant legs.
I'm trying to climb up and get it on your shoulders.
The good news is we're going to have millions of questions for Bogo.
And Bogo,
buy one get one free.
I mean, Bogo may be the smartest member of the party now, and just in terms of mental resilience, you know.
So.
Yeah. Get bugged all off. Toss.
Bad Bogo. Bad Bogo.
Bogo just sitting in people's quarters at night, watching you sleep. I am. Jorts on a shelf. I am. 'Tis the season.
You guys are killing me.
The quality programming that you subscribed and came to this channel for. But this is the fun you can have with classic Gamma World. My heart was racing. I was legitimately concerned that we were going to wind up with a furry in the party. Whether this is better or worse remains to be seen.
This might be worse than anything, but it's hilarious.
As long as he's not incompetent, I'm totally on board.
There you go.
We could kind of even out the mediocrity a little bit, so we're at least mediocre, right?
In a pinch, you can try and cram yourself into Rex's armor when you meet him, you know? Yeah, that's kind of where we are for the week. Now, since most of my players are here, and I know Yang, of course, is still on tour right now, and Mobius, I don't know what happened. He just was away.
Mobius is going to be very shocked next week.
He is going to be shocked. He fell back, by the way. He's with you guys, but he fell back and was uninjured. So for you guys here, are any of you interested in playing the month of Halloween short Call of Cthulhu game?
I am definitely. I've never played, but I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
Is there any way I could play like a priest or a preacher or something?
We'll see. We'll see. And because it's going to be short, we're going to do it a little bit like a convention game. Now, I've said before, and this is true, that all of our games we play here on the show, whether it's Kyle running Traveler, whether it's me running AD&D, or whether it's me running whatever we're running on Friday night, these are not pre-planned sessions in terms of outcome of encounter. What you saw tonight, dear viewers, could have just as easily been a TPK, and they're rolling up new characters, all of them, or they could have taken down all of the androids with just incredibly lucky, just a cascade of great rolls, and Bogo Jorts wouldn't be there, and things would be, the outcome would have been different. The party may have continued deeper into the heart of Android country, but who knows?
So does Call of Cthulhu have furries?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, your character can have a beaver pelt coat if you're a collegiate student back in the 1920s, I guess. But
beaver skin coat. Okay.
Beaver skin coat. There you go.
Wilbur Watley. You could be Wilbur Watley.
But and we are here to have fun. But with the Call of Cthulhu game, we're probably going to do it a little bit more like a convention, in that I will have pre-generated characters for everyone who's going to play, just because we are on a time crunch. We can't really spend an entire session just making characters and then only play for 3 more sessions.
I call parapsychologist, private eye, or historian.
We'll see what I have available. Historian is probably not a bad choice, but so we're going to start that in the first week of October. Tonally, and this is more for the audience than for you guys, because if you are at least passingly familiar with Call of Cthulhu, you know that it can be it can get a little grim, but tonally it will be a little bit more serious. I'm not talking like, adults, like NC-17 type of stuff, but the laughs will be more grim than they were tonight. With that said, this is like a really good modern horror miniseries. Nobody is safe. So just because I pre-generate a character for any one of our players, to our players and to our audience both, don't assume that, oh, well, Bill's crafting a narrative and therefore this... Yeah, no, you could all be dragged off the deck of the ship in session 1 by the squidgy, slimy tentacles and roll new characters. So just keep those things in mind, audience. Our players, of course, have tempered their expectations, I am sure, playing before. Although, I could have sworn, James, that you had played in a Call of Cthulhu game.
No, I wanted to. Spoken to, I think Doomsword ran one during the convention, or tried to, didn't you?
No, I did. I ended up with T-Presence and Dungeon Minister and Lord Corion.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to get in on that, but my schedule was messed up that weekend. So
right.
Yeah. Now, for anyone who's curious about the convention, if you've just come to the channel and you haven't gone through our back catalog of videos and you haven't come and joined us on the Discord and watching, reading up about older stuff, this past early spring, we actually had a virtual convention, the great underground online gaming convention. And we had some events and we had a lot of fun. Will I do it again? I don't know. It depends on audience desire, for one.
I'll super chat you for yes.
Yeah.
You'll super chat me for yes.
I could have sworn it was the great annual.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Me too.
Great, really. Okay, well, we'll talk about that. But now, one thing I have said is, and this is no questions about this. If I hit 10,000 subs on YouTube, not 10,000 likes, not 10,000 views, 10,000 staying subscribed people on YouTube, I will put together, you'll have to pay to participate, but I will put together an actual gaming convention, an actual in real life. I'll find a venue here in Central Florida and put together a gaming convention. That is a guarantee that I will do that if we get 10,000 subs on the channel. That is a safe bet for me to make. I won't have to live up to that. Nobody will come and claim that ticket. So, with that said, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up there. So we've got a few more weeks of fun in radioactive, dusted world of Gamma World, and then starting first week in October, the sublime horror of H.P. Lovecraft, performed for you by this band of doomed players. So until next week, guys, thank you to everyone in the audience. I hope you had a lot of fun tonight. Thank you to our players. It was certainly a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs. So you guys have a lovely evening, and I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Good night, everybody.